Bitcoin looks like it wants to hold support at 7,500. Is that going to be possible? Are we going to see some retracement? Maybe go back down to 6K? Or are we headed straight up to 10K from here on out? Well, that's yet to be determined, but if y'all want to stick around for the video, please go ahead and do so. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that I make, because we make a Bitcoin video every single day on this channel. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so if y'all are brand new to this channel, we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace on this channel. So y'all can check the links in the description below if y'all are interested in that. But we're gonna dive into the charts real quick, see what's going on, see what we might be able to expect over the weekend from here on out. We're looking at the 15-minute time frame right now, and as you can see, during our daily candle open, we kind of been struggling with the VWAP. Looked like they wanted to hold support. Now we kind of dipped down below it, looking like we're testing the 100 EMA, also maybe getting a nice little squeeze here between our 100 and our VWAP as well. We can see that our money flow is starting to round off just a tad bit. Looks like it kind of wants to turn red, but also maybe indicating that we will see some sideways movement here. No major sell-offs just yet. We had this nice spike all the way up to 7,800. And now we are in somewhat of a consolidation area. I feel like that 7,500 really just wants to hold support for us right now. You can see here that our money flow has also kind of just been rounding off just a tad bit. So I do want to keep an eye on this. Right now I've told my VIP members to kind of just wait and see what direction we want to take this. A lot of my members went long back here at 6,800. And we rode this baby, some of them even rode it all the way up to 7,800. I took profit around 7,200, but you know, some of them are still in the long. I told them, hey, we could see some really big upside potential here, and we decided to go long at 6,800. And I know some of them are sitting really nice in profit right now. So that's awesome. I'm super proud of them for doing their due diligence. You know, like I tell them, you know, it's nothing is financial advice, but you're the last one to click the button to make the order, right? So they know that and they're prepared for that. If y'all do want to join us, by the way, in the VIP group, right now there is a 45% off or 35% off special. This will be your locked-in price from there on out as long as you stay a member. But you will get access to the private Discord channel. You get access to all my private videos and page posts inside of the Patreon channel. Private altcoin analysis as well. And then we also do more in-depth daily summaries for my private members as well. And I also just included a bot in there not too long ago. So I have bot signals in there that'll give you trades probably up to 3 times a week, if anything. So y'all can check that out if y'all are interested. But that 35% off special will be ending by the end of this month, and once we get into May, prices will be going back up, so feel free to join us in there. There's only a few spots left for it as well. Take a looking at our 45 minute. Also, you can kind of tell that our money flow is still kind of just rounding off just a tad bit, so this might indicate that we might see a little bit of a sell-off. How much of a sell-off, it's really yet to be determined. I mean, we had this huge spike, and that was probably our peak of our money flow when we hit that 7,800. Then we started to kind of just move sideways just a tad bit. You can kind of see we're moving a little bit below that 0 pivot point on the blue wave on our 45 minute, but our money flow is still kind of just rounding off just a tad bit, indicating that our buying pressure has been reducing just a little bit more and more. Let's take a look at our 1 hour here. Our 1 hour, you can also see that we're really peaking on our money flow here on our 1 hour. We had these sell signals back here, and they've kind of been firing off just a tad bit on some of our higher time frames as well, or some of our more of our mid time frames. So I would definitely expect that, you know, going into the weekend, we could probably see some volatility, maybe some retracement. I kind of just want to play it safe throughout the weekend. So, I mean, if anything, I would say that, yeah, we probably could see some retracement. It looked like we had a wick all the way down to 73.88. So that's pretty wild there. But you know, if you did you know, take that short, I would have probably exited around 7,400. just because I feel like we are starting to make support up above 7,500, and I feel that this support will probably hold for a while unless we see a major sell-off that's to occur, which could send us all the way back down to roughly 7K. If anything, we have broken out of our resistance and our resistance lines that I have drawn out here on the chart. As we start to zoom out a little bit more, we can start to see those. Let's take a look at our 90 minute, see what's happening here. You can see our 90 minute really hasn't even peaked out on its money flow just yet. It's still kind of in an upwards trajectory right now. Our blue wave is kind of coming down just a tad bit. It looks like we're ready to put in another green dot though here too. So definitely a high volatility area as of right now. And we just need to be extra cautious. But my group knows what I'm doing, and they have their own free will to do what they please. There's a lot of good traders in there too as well. So by all means, they know what they're doing half of the time too. But we have a lot of newer traders too, and some of them actually just stay on the sidelines more or anything. I give a lot of content inside of my Patreon page as well, not just about trading, but other information that I receive from other things that I've studied over the past years, such as like the Webbot reports. And I've been actually reviewing through the Webbot reports and kind of picking some things out because we're seeing a lot of things start to come into manifestation. I know that JSNEP4 is about to do another interview with Cliff High pretty soon and bringing back the Three Amigos. And I'm really interested to see what they have to say about that, because a lot of the Webbot stuff is starting to come into fruition. And if y'all are part of my email subscriber group, that's free to sign up for, but also you get some of that curated content from my Patreon page inside of the email subscription. So if y'all don't want to sign up for the Patreon page or whatever, y'all can sign up for the free newsletter. I send it out periodically, maybe like once a month if I get around to it. But I include some of those private things that I share only with my Patreon members inside of the newsletter, as well as do giveaways every once in a while too. So I'm trying to do a giveaway at 5,000 subs, probably a $100 giveaway of one of your favorite altcoins or something like that. But that's going to be at 5,000 subs. I need y'all to share this video, and it helps to like, comment, and subscribe. So please comment down below whatever you'd like, and don't forget to hit the thumbs up button to help the channel grow a little bit, and so we can get to that giveaway at 5,000 subs. But yeah, a lot of things are starting to come into fruition now from those reports, and it's just kind of interesting to go back through them and kind of find some things. I actually went ahead and merged all the PDFs together of the Webbot reports, and now I can search through them very easily too. So, it talks about gold and silver prices, Bitcoin prices, all that good jazz. It's very interesting stuff. So I've been sharing that with the Patreon members as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and keep going on to the charts here, not to diverge too much. And so on our 2 hour, we can also see that our money flow still probably wants to peak out just a tad bit. It's kind of rounding off more or less. So we need to be cautious here, probably seeing some sideways volatility for the most part. So I really like to look at the lower time frames to see what direction our money is flowing in and out of for the most part too, which also gives me a good hint at where to short and long at as well. But we can see that we're still getting our sell signals here, even on our 2 hour for the most part. Our blue wave's also kind of coming down just a tad bit, but money flow will probably keep us afloat, looking like we might want to put in another green dot here pretty soon as well. So let's move on into our 4 hour time frame. 4 hour time frame still, it gave us a sell signal. Money flow still in the green here, as y'all can see. But also, we did have a red dot here at the top, indicating that we were in a little bit of an overbought positioning too. You can see here that we clearly broke out of this structure with just massive amount of volume and momentum to push us through, and a very nice little break there. Now, who's to say that we can't come back down and retest this trend line support? I've never really drawn parabolas out too well, or just rounded structures or rounded support lines in general. But I would say if we were to come back down and test this, it would definitely probably be around the 7K area, if anything. So a possibility. Excuse me. That's a possibility for us. I'm not going to rule it out just yet, but it is going to be very hard for the bears to kind of get us back down to that area, I believe. So I was also looking at some of the Tensor charts earlier today to see where some buy orders might be located at down there, but there's buy orders and nothing too significant until maybe about 7,200 or so. So that could be a nice area of support if we do get down that low. Like I said, 7,500 is holding very strongly for us right now. So that's a good indication that it's going to be a really hard battle for the bears to kind of take control of this market once again. I do feel that the bulls have kind of done their due diligence to break through some major resistance lines and actually hold them too. So we'll see what the weekend brings us. I know that the weekend can bring some high volatility moments to Bitcoin just because the CME's close, and then you have people well, I would say it's more or less the exchanges that need to have their one-to-one contracts and payouts equalize a little bit. So, and I would definitely expect, and that's one of the things too, you have to learn when it's a good time to just sit out of the market, and not trade all the time, because obviously after this high spike to the top side at 7,800, well, a lot of these exchanges are going to need to bring the price back down so that way they can have the BTC to pay out to some of the other contracts or whatever. So it's probably a good time to just kind of relax a little bit too, just see what price movement brings us, and that's kind of like where I'm at right now. But also, if y'all are interested, I just created a membership channel, or the membership tab on YouTube. So if anyone else is interested that trades the stock market, that trades stocks such as like Tesla and Amazon or anything like that, and y'all want me to review them, y'all can get signed up for the membership on YouTube. It's a little bit cheaper than the Patreon membership, which allows you to access the VIP Discord group to trade with us. The membership on YouTube is a little bit cheaper, but you are able to give me one chart a month to review for yourself, and then I'll give that to you in a private membership video as well on YouTube. So if y'all want to get signed up for that, feel free. If y'all are interested, I use the market cipher indicator, and it does pretty well on indicating on some of these other stocks and fiat currencies as well, the S&P 500 and all that good jazz too. So if y'all are interested, y'all can sign up for that instead if y'all just want me to review one of the charts that y'all are interested in. Here on our 8 hour, still seeing some sideways movement. 8 hours still kind of leaning towards the downside too, which is kind of interesting. As much as I want to be bullish right now, looking at this 8 hours, like, oh man, we're making some lower lows on our money flow too, indicating that volume's still pretty low, but a lot of these pumps to the upside could just be kind of fake outs, to be honest. So we really need to be aware, especially if we come back down and retest the 7K support area. And if we do retest the 7K support, then we need to make sure that we hold that, if anything. But I would say that going on into the weekend, 7,500 is going to be a key area of support to hold for the bulls. And to see whether or not, if we hold that or not, that's going to be a good indication of whether or not we start to retrace back down even further. Let's go into our 12-hour here. 12 hours also giving us some interesting signs. We had our buy signal back here before we had our big blast off, right? I believe that buy signal went in on our 7,800 spike. So, I would expect some consolidation out just a tad bit. We are getting this bullish cross here on our 12 hours, so that's a good indication. Usually these bullish crosses like to be support for us too, or resistance, whether it's a death cross or not too. But 7,100 would probably be pretty strong resistance or support for us if we did come back down to retest it. So that is another good indication that 7K could be nice support for us moving forward. But we can't really rule anything out just yet, just because Bitcoin likes to be you know, super volatile and crazy half of the time too. If y'all do want to join the Discord group, feel free to join the Discord group. You do need to abide by the community rules and guidelines on there. If y'all don't follow the rules of community and guidelines, then I have to kick you. And that's just, it is what it is. You know, I don't want the environment to get too messy in there. And I don't want there to be a lot of noise or bickering back and forth or anything like that too. So when you do click the link to join the Discord group, you're going to see a community rules and guidelines tab. You just click the little check mark in the box right below everything that's listed there, and then you'll have access to the server pretty much. So just a heads up on that. If people are wondering how to access a Discord, you have to agree to the community rules and guidelines, and then it'll give you access to the Discord server. If y'all do want to just also Telegram, I offer a Telegram channel as well. It's a read-only channel, you know, but it's just an easy way to keep updated with my announcements and maybe some things that I want to share with y'all, such as that I might find interesting on the charts. It's an easy way for me to do polls as well. So join the Telegram channel so that way y'all can stay up to date with me as well if I decide to do giveaways or you know, run some specials or anything specifically for people that are on the Telegram channel. Feel free to join there too as well. Let's go back to the charts real quick. We're looking at our 12-hour here. We're gonna move, let's move into our 21-day. 21-day still had our buy signal way back here too. I got kind of nervous because I thought we were going to get a sell signal here, but you can see that we're still getting our bullish crosses here. So that's a very nice indication for us that, you know, we could be headed a little bit higher. Now, our 1 day's giving us an interesting time, you know, analysis here with our two EMAs that'll probably end up getting squeezed at about 7K and at 7.5K area. So, you know, if we do come back down to retrace, like I already saw, 7,400 was a key area of support for us. I mean, we dipped, I think, down to 73.50 something, and then we bounced completely back up from there. So a lot of this is getting bought up. I think people are starting to realize the momentum behind this, and to also realize that we may not retrace back down too much as of right now. So that's a very good indication that any dip will probably be bought up pretty quickly right now. But not to say that over the weekend we could have some craziness happen or whatever. You know, I have also heard that the Plus token still has some BTC that they're holding, and so does Mt. Gox. So we just got to be aware that once we get up to certain key areas that you know, people are going to want to sell off just because of the time that we found ourselves in. People are looking for extra cash on the side so that way they can pay bills and stuff too. You know, we're in dire economic times, so I would feel that we can only run up to so high before we start to see some more sell-off. But we're keeping an eye on it just to see what's going to happen. Let's go into our 2-day. This might be a little bit of a longer video, but hopefully y'all stick around with me on this. Let's see. We're looking at our Bitstamp chart. It just gives us a little bit more data here. So that 1 day was flashing just a tad bit. So very interesting there. Was that also flashing here? Let me go back. Could have sworn. Okay, so we have our 1 day that's flashing here on Bybit, but it looks like it's wanting to flash for us on Bitstamp pretty soon too as well. That buy signal there on the 1 day. Yep, it's flashing on and off. So definitely struggling right now with our 1 day. As you can see, even on our 1 day here, our Bitstamp chart, we're getting a squeeze between, that 7K and that 7,400 area. This looks more like a less of a squeeze where we could end up breaking bullish. Let me grab something to drink really quick. Find this very interesting right now. So even on our 1 day chart, this squeeze is definitely going to occur for sure. Now, you know, it's looking pretty nice. Our money flow is kind of rounding up to the top side, really just clipping into that greenish area right now. I would like to see some more buy signals on our lower time frames to maybe indicate that we will probably break bullish out of this. It's looking more or less like it wants to break bullish, but just for extra confirmation and to be safe during these trades, you know, we want to make sure that we can maintain that, if anything. The risk reward, right? And just the probability of where this could take us, and make sure that every confirmation is absolutely there for us to before we actually jump into something too, right? And so our 2-day also giving us our blue triangle indicating a reversal happening too, right? So the more I look at this, it just kind of gets me excited, just because I think Q2 of 2020 is definitely going to be a good time for us, especially people in the cryptocurrency market. Gold and silver as well. I've done some reviews with Market Cypher on gold and silver with my Patreon members, so they know where that's kind of headed to in the near term future as well. But yeah, it's looking okay. I think 7,500 is going to be pretty strong support for us, but if we dip down below, as we've seen, it's been pretty quick wicks to the downside. So that's definitely an indication that, once things start to line back up again for us on these lower time frames, we could see another leg up too as well. Let's take a look at our 3-day here. Our 3-day also indicating some nice bullishness there. No red dots just yet or anything. So weekend will probably be very interesting for us, because if we do end up putting in some gaps, I would imagine that they get filled pretty quick. But I wouldn't want to see another huge leg to the upside before our CMEs open back up, leaving a gap, a bearish gap, if anything. But I would say that, over the weekend, we could see probably some volatility, maybe to the downside. And then come Monday, get ready to maybe have some more moves to the upside too as well. That's just my time analysis. I think it's everything is to be taken with a grain of salt, right? As y'all know, I always tell people, take everything with a grain of salt, no matter who you hear it from. Obviously, don't take anything as financial advice on this channel, and you probably shouldn't take anything any type of financial advice off of YouTube either, especially when it comes to charting. But yeah, that's just that's where I stand on this, I think, and that's going to be some interesting stuff here. So you can kind of see we're ready to push back up on our 5-day, ready to push back above 73.35, ready to close above that. Looks like we probably will close above it in our next candle, which will open on the 25th, so tomorrow, and even on our 6-day. Ooh, yeah, buddy. Okay, so our 6-day closing above the our 2 key EMAs. That's a very nice sign there too as well. So 6 days looking very nice. Our weekly, let's take a look at our 2-week here. Yep, and then our 21-day. So yeah, very cool stuff, y'all. I hope that y'all stuck around till the very end of this channel. Like I said, if y'all do want to join me in the VIP group, there's 35% off right now. So if y'all want to join us on there, feel free to. It's that price isn't going to be around for long. By the end of this month, I'm going to be raising the price back up, and there's only a few spots left. So I know that you have to pay at the beginning of every month. So my goal is to go ahead and extend the 35% off for the first week of May. So the first week of May, I will extend it out for everyone. But then from there, so that will be your last chance to sign up, basically, if y'all want to. That first week of May, and yeah, and hopefully I'll see y'all in there so y'all can get more of a detailed analysis and get my ins and outs in the markets. Also, y'all get access to the trading or to the bot alerts as well. So yeah, check out all the perks there if y'all are interested. Let's go ahead and finish this out. Like I said, I use the TradingView premium plan, which allows me to have, all the things connected to the Discord channel, as well as it allows me to trade on 3 commas, so that it helps with all the other things that come along to advancing, the trading that I have going on here. But that's why I'm willing to share a lot of it with y'all as well too. So if y'all do want to upgrade, check the links in the description box below. If y'all do want to program a 3 commas bot, check the links in the description box below. If y'all do want to just buy and hodl, Ledger is the way to go. You can buy a Ledger Nano X and get a free Ledger Nano S right now using the link in the description box. That'll help support the channel. And then also we trade using Bybit. If y'all do want to sign up with Bybit, be sure to sign up and ask the chat support how to access the testnet. It just allows you to fake trade BTC on the testnet. Make sure that you're a profitable trader. Make sure that you understand the platform very well, and then go from there. Brave browser is a browser that I love to use. It's a super lightweight browser. It allows you to block pretty much all the pop-ups. If you do want to allow Brave to send you ads in the bottom right hand corner, you can click that, and then you can get paid out in BAT token every single month. So as you can see here, I've been accumulating BAT token for the past couple of months by clicking those ads in the bottom right hand corner, and they're not inconvenient at all. They just they pop up discreetly in the bottom right hand corner, and then you can click them at your own convenience. And I think my mouse just died. So let me see here. I think we'll probably have to go ahead and end this video. Yeah, I probably need to put in some new batteries there. CryptoTab browser is the easy way to mine Bitcoin using a web browser. I'll just show y'all this really quick, and then we'll go ahead and get signed off. But yeah, you can see that I've been mining Bitcoin here. I've mined it on 2 different other laptops that I don't really use anymore. I don't really browse the web with CryptoTab browser, but I'd use it to mine Bitcoin. So check that out. Links in the description box if y'all are interested. And we're going to go ahead and sign off here. Follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and don't forget to join the Patreon page if y'all are interested in that. All right, signing off, CTO. I'll see y'all next time.